Hello, beautiful Scorpio, and welcome to your general guidance with me, Julie Poole. It's tea and tarot time with Julie. Grab yourself a cuppa. Let's have a little look what's going on for my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross watching. Everything you need to know is in the description box. Okie dokie, links to pre-order my book if you want to, the links to all the decks and cards I use, the equipment I use. Somebody asked me yesterday about what microphone I use. It's all in there if you're interested. All right. Now, guys, this is a timeless reading because the timelines are collapsing right, left, and center. So I'm not saying this is for the next 2 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm saying it's when it resonates for you. Okay. Now, that being said, if you find this week and it is resonating, well, you are still in that energy very strongly of the Scorpio full moon. So you may well be feeling that at the moment and for some time further forward. All right. So we've got the moon. Okay. That big moon with the three of coins, the palace of coins, death, the hanging man, and the nine of cups. So we've got this sort of triangle of major arcana cards. We are looking at change, awareness, the depth coming up. What do we need to know? All of that very scorpionic energy. Let me get you your affirmation card and then we'll see what else we need to get. Then we're going to clarify with other decks. All right. Okay. Following your own guidance and abundance. Ooh, happy days. All right, let's have a look then. Let's chat, come closer. All right. I am following my own guidance and let go of other people's influence over me. Right, now you're normally pretty good at that, letting go of other people's influence. Now we want to let that come up a little bit stronger than it might currently be. Following your own guidance, we all get that kind of nudge, like this feels right for me, and then other people can try and talk us out of it, or our own head can, yeah, that's more apt for you, Scorpio. Your own head can try and talk you out of it. You'll come up with every reason why it wouldn't work, why it's a bad idea, and that's a kind of extreme version of risk assessing. We should look at risk, the pros and cons basically of everything, but we want to listen to the heart and say, but what does the heart say? Because the heart knows best, So I want you to follow your inner guidance because we've got a big lot of change and transformation kicking in at the moment. So when we listen to that inner guidance, especially the heart, it's coming from the soul and it wants to lead you to this. Let me get this one out of the way. There we go. To this energy of abundance. Remember, I am abundant. Money flows easily and readily to me now. It's a very powerful mantra. It's a very powerful affirmation. Money flows easily and readily to me now. There's a lot of different instructions in that one little sentence. You're saying to the universe, I am abundant. I'm already abundant, right? How you step into that energy of abundance and the universe will bring you more of that abundant energy. Even if you've only got $1 in your purse or £1 in your purse or €1, whatever your currency is, it's saying, well, at least I got one, and that one can grow to two, and that can grow to four. I'm stepping into this sense of abundance. And I want you to make it a little bit broader, not just about money. That you've got energy, you've got connections, you've got whatever you've got. Step into the abundance of that. Then we're moving it into money flows easily, not difficultly, right? Not complicated, easily to me. And the now, we're bringing it into the now. Wonderful affirmation and following your own guidance. Okay, so let's have a look then. What's this all about? So we know that we're in, all of us, this transformation energy. It's happening to everybody. It's, every time I do a reading, I've got to try and come up with a different title about transformation because we're all of us in this transformation energy. And of course, each of the 12 signs, it's hitting in a different way. There's more emphasis on that part or that part. So for you, we are in this transformation energy about wishes, hopes, dreams, and goals. The 9 of Cups. Do I still want what I wanted before? Does that still work for me? Have I changed and transformed and that's now outdated? These are some of the questions you're asking yourself. So let's look at these two. All right, so what we've got here, the moon, which is about what you can't see, what's deeper down, what wants to rise to the surface. It represents a lot of the time our fears and insecurities, right? Our feelings as well. We mask, we don't show ourselves, never mind other people. You're letting that come up. What do I really feel about this? What am I really seeing that I'm perhaps pretending I'm not seeing? All right, you're becoming aware. This is this depth, the scorpionic depth of awareness. Now, it's with the 3 of Coins, which is the card of collaboration and teamwork. So this is what we're shining the light on with the moon. All right, the moon is saying it's foggy, I can't see clearly, I don't know what I feel about that, I don't know what I think about that. Right, we're letting it come up into this awareness, right, so that it can transform, because we've got the Death card on the table, which is transformations and endings. So this 3 of Coins, it's all about other people. Now, that can also be spirit, your spiritual team, the universe. This can be your connection with yourself, your body, physically, your spiritual body. That's a team too. And it can also be family, people you live with and people you work with. So that can also be new team that wants to come in and support you, perhaps a new business partnership or a new community in the area that you live. So am I seeing what is there? Am I saying, for example, with my location, neighborhood, community, that there's nothing going on around here? But if I did a little bit of diving deeper with that moon card, I might find that there's a lunch club or there's a book club or there's a coffee club. And it's like, oh, I didn't know that was there. Maybe I might want to join that. That kind of thing. Right? So we're looking at things, we're letting ourselves become aware. We're also looking at how we feel. Feelings is the moon, it's emotional energy, emotional awareness. How do I feel about the people I work with or the people I work for? How do I feel about their values, their missions, their priorities? Does it align with me? Does it work for me? Am I reaching out for help and assistance when I need it? Or do I shut that down and shut it off? It's really looking at all of that, right? So that's what's going on, right? So let's find out some more then. So if we're looking at that and letting the awareness come, we bring it then into our environment. We've got the Palace of Coins. Now, this deck, which is the Tower of Dreams, is the only deck to my knowledge, and I don't know everything. I know. Surprising, isn't it? I'm being sarcastic. Right. The Palace of Coins is where the King and Queen of Coins live. Now, in this particular deck, there's a palace for each of the 4 suits. So this represents an environment where you basically spend some time. Now, that could be home, that could be work, that could be somebody else's environment. You're there a lot visiting them. It's a place where you're in balance. Now, sorry, I had to pause for a little drink. All right, so yeah, my throat's been playing up a bit lately, so got to pace it. Right, now, Palace of Coins. Right, let's just look at this. So it's a beautiful place, clearly. It is an abundant place because it's coins. It is a balanced place because it's earth energy and it's got all that nature around it. It's a place where I can thrive, where I feel grounded, solid, stable, secure, in harmony, in balance. All right. Now, so it's asking you to have a look at that. Have a look at your environment, whether it's work or home or neighborhood. And also look at your internal environment, your physical body, your emotional body. How that's an environment, isn't it? How's that environment for me? Because something needs to or wants to transform, transcend, end, because it's the death card, right? Scorpio card. Here we are. You're showing up in your own reading. Massive transformation. The snake there shedding its skin, letting go of that layer that doesn't work for me anymore. We've got the moon in the background and we've got the moon on the table. We're becoming aware, right? It can be outdated patterns, habits, behaviors, relationships, friendships. It's allowing the change. And whatever way that flows, because the moon energy is all about the flow. Can we go with the flow? And can we surrender to it? Because we've got the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man is about looking at things from a different perspective, looking at things upside down and inside out, really examining things from every angle, and then allowing it to be what it is rather than trying to force change. Now, that might sound like a bit of an oxymoron, the death card. This is the change. But the focus here is on not forcing the change, it's allowing. Let me give you an example. We see something in an environment we don't like, and we say, that's it, I'm going to have to move house. That's it, I've got to change jobs. That's it, I'm never speaking to that person again. All right. That kind of, yes, it can be that change, but it can also be, I accept it for what it is, and I'm not going to let it bother me or impact me or affect me anymore. And I'm not going to force myself to move just because of that. If it's bothering me and I need to constantly fix it, change it, that's the bit that's exhausting. The Hanged Man says, just let it go. Just let it go. Because that is how we come into that Nine of Cups, which is happiness. The Nine of Cups is feeling extremely happy about a particular thing or outcome or desire or goal. The Nine of Cups is the wish fulfilled. So we're looking at, I wish I could move. And then, well, actually, if I could just allow that to be what it is and not let it bother me, I wouldn't need to move. And that would be so much easier. So we can look at that, or we could also surrender to the timing, right? Because the Hanged Man is often about patience and allowing divine timing to kick in. So maybe this dream and this goal does want to happen, but it may not be the right time. It may be wait 6 months, wait 12 months, wait a little bit of time and wait for the energy to shift and change and flow. And then we can do it. So it's looking at all of that. Now there's multiple messages with this. So this can be that something that was bothering me is no longer bothering me, and that's the wish. I'm surrendered, I've let go. But it can also be looking at your hopes, wishes, and dreams from a different angle, a different perspective, and saying, does that still fit me? Does that still work for me? Do I need to upgrade my wishes and goals? Perhaps they were an old goal. It was an old goal. And it's kind of gone now. I remember having a goal for, oh gosh, it went on for about 20, 25 years. I want to immigrate to Australia. And it was very, very strong. And I tried 3 times, I think, and it never quite happened. And eventually I got to the point where I said, if I was meant to go, I'd have gone, and I haven't. And so it's not meant to be. Surrender, allow. And 20 years on from that, the desire to do that is absolutely not present. It's not part of my world and life. So goals and wishes and dreams can change. They evolve. We change. So have a look at that. Does my goal fit who I am now? Does it fit who I want to be going forward? Does it fit the new narrative of me? I'm just getting another deck. I need to move my water out of the way. All right, so asking you questions about that, and saying come back to this, and follow your own guidance, all right? Follow your own guidance. Okay, let's clarify. Let me bring the camera down so you can see. All right, let's find out some more. This is the Lightseers Tarot. Those are mine from Hoping to Having. Okay, tell me more for Scorpio. Let's find out more about this moon and this 3 of coins. Okay. Four of Wands, that's the moving home card, Two of Swords and Ace of Cups. Okay, not just the moving home card. Let's have a look at these then. All right, so when we're clarifying, leave that there, the moon and the Three of Coins. So the moon is allowing the feelings to come up. The Three of Coins is that collaboration, teamwork. The first card that's come out is the Four of Wands, the 1111 card. All right, now this can signify home, but it can also signify work. It's about upgrades, improvements, taking things to the next level. So do I want that promotion? Do I want to stay in this industry? Is it time for me to retire? Do I want to move home and location? Do I want to remortgage and stay where I am? Perhaps put an extension on or go up into the attic if I need more space. I'm asking myself those questions and seeing how do I really feel about it. The Four of Wands is saying you are ready. You are ready, Scorpio, to take things to the next level. And we want to make sure we're taking them in the right way at the right time. So we're going to examine. We've got the Two of Swords, the I don't know card. I can't see clearly because I'm blindfolded. And my thoughts are bombarding me with, oh, this, that, the other. Shall I do this? Shall I do that? One option, two options, sometimes often more. It's a card of make a decision. And I can't make a decision at the moment because I don't have enough information. So I need to go find out. The Two of Swords is go and do some research. And because this is clarifying the moon, which is what's unseen, what's unknown, and what do I feel about it? That's what I want you to focus on, Scorpio. Do the research, about new homes or new jobs or upgrades or retirements or whatever it is. It's always about taking things to the next level. Do the research. Could be a relationship, moving from dating to moving in together or buying home together or getting engaged or getting married. It's always going up to the next level. I want you to ask yourself, how do I feel about that? What are my fears around that? What perhaps I'm holding back because I don't have enough answers right now, because I can't see clearly, because it's the moon, right? I need more information. Sometimes we are looking for too much information. We're looking for guarantees. We're looking for when I can see exactly every single step, then I'll make a move, then I'll take that jump. And that can sometimes be holding us back. So I want you to listen to your own guidance. And again, with the timing, you may feel, all right, because we've got this, following your own guidance, you may feel here, I'm ready to move in with my partner. All right, that feels good for me. It just feels right. But other people might be saying to you, you've only known each other 5 minutes. What are you doing? It's too soon. Give it more time. But in your heart, it feels right. Right? Or you may be feeling this job is just not doing it for me anymore. It's time for me to look for another job. And so other people might say, no, you should give it another year. I want you to listen to your own guidance and with that timing. All right. So the Four of Wands, a wonderful card of upgrades and improvements. The Two of Swords, getting clear, finding out some more information and then feeling into it. Okay. And then we move into that new beginning. We've got the Ace of Cups. There's the new beginning, but it's come from a place of I've thought about it. I've looked into how I feel about it. I've researched it. I've let the information come up. I may well have used other people, not used other people, but had the assistance of other people to help me with this because of that Three of Coins. Perhaps I've talked to a realtor. Perhaps I've talked to my best friend about something. Perhaps it's that kind of thing. But now we're ready for that new beginning because the universe is giving you a new cup, ready for you to fill it with what it is that you want from that Four of Wands, the upgrade, the improvement. So it's moving forward, but from a place with that moon of allowing what's hidden to come up. Right? You may well have, because we've got the Nine of Cups here, dreams and goals, buried something. I had this wish 10 years ago and I never did anything about it, but it feels very strong to do something about it now. Just let it come up. All right, that's what's going on here with this moon for you. All right, let's find out some more then. What is transforming, transitioning with that death card? My beautiful Scorpio card. I'm a Scorpio rising, so I'm always interested in this. Okay, so we have got the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands, right? So in terms of that transformation, the death card, death can be a complete ending. I've left that job, I've left that industry, I've left that area, and I'm never going back. It can absolutely be that, but don't forget it's also a transforming energy. So I might stay in that job, but just have some small changes which completely transform it, changing my hours, or that I can now work from home a bit instead of being in the office. Huge transformation, but I'm still in the same job. Do you see what I mean? Something's shifting. Now, the Two of Wands with the Page of Wands that's clarifying the death card is really interesting, because Wands is about what you're passionate about, and it's also about career. So the Two of Wands is the world opening up, right? I am now looking at things from a bigger perspective, a wider perspective. I'm looking at options I didn't see before. The Two of Wands is saying if you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. And that ain't going to work with the death card on the table. We need something different. So what are we doing differently? Well, I'm examining my options. See the world here, that she's got that globe there. I can go anywhere. I can do anything. I'm a master manifester. What is it that I want? And then you're stepping into that Page of Wands to make things happen. All right. So the pages are the messengers. They're the beginnings of the opportunity. So if this is about a job or passion or love, anything you're passionate about, it's energy, it's vitality, it's vibrancy. And that can be moved into any aspect of life. But this is saying I've got to get out of my comfort zone and push forward into something new, a new path, a new direction, something new here. So I am moving with, and they just show me a flow of the Page of Wands moving forward, and you are moving forward into that new space. So you're creating opportunities here. You might be researching, looking into things, and then following it through. But the Page of Wands isn't that it's here now. It's the beginnings of that shift and change that all come really from that Two of Wands of opening up to new options and opportunities. So those opportunities are moving you towards the King of Pentacles. Nice. Right. So we're looking at the bigger picture of where I can gain more abundance. And we've got the abundance card there, don't forget. Okay. More financial abundance, more financial flow, more security, more stability. He's really chilled, isn't he? He's sat there in his chair, chilling out in his library with his dog or his wolf. Could be either. That beautiful, beautiful animal. It could be a dog, it could be a wolf, either. But it's representing loyalty, protection, wisdom, all sorts of beautiful energy in here that we're moving. That's what we're moving towards with this transformation, right? On the death card, we're moving towards the King of Pentacles. So let's find out a little bit more about this Hanging Man. Tell me a bit more about the Hanging Man for Scorpio. Oh, the world, right? That's an absolute strong confirmation for you. So the Hanging Man can be patience and timing, surrender, letting go. And the world is saying that is now complete. We've gone through the death card. We've gone through the transformation, and whatever it was, because we're now in that Two of Wands going in a different direction, you can now bring the old to a full close. The World is the last major arcana card. It's representative of that cycle is finished. Now, in terms of timing, Spirit told me a couple of weeks ago, stop with the dates on things, because everybody is moving forward and everybody's on different speeds. So they're going to get there at different times. And so we're leaving it open now to just allow the timelines to dissolve and collapse. What this transformation is for you might take 6 months, it might take a year, it might take a minute. Just allow it to be how it resonates for you. But something big is transforming here with the death card. We've got the Two of Wands, doing it differently, moving it on, towards this greater stability and security. And the Hanging Man, we don't need to wait anymore. Whatever we're waiting for is going to come to a close. For some of you, that's very close, like imminently. And for others, this is a progress towards this that may take longer, because this is kind of, we don't want to rush it. We don't want to just dive in willy-nilly. We're following our own guidance, and we are saying, I'm just allowing, surrender, allowing this to get there when it needs to get there. It's going to close out. This period, this chapter is done. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Magician and we've got the Death card again. So this is absolute confirmation. 3 major arcana cards here, Scorpio. 3. Endings, transformations, and the magic. All right, we discussed the world. A big cycle is finishing, closing, done. You've been going through a huge transformation, a death and a rebirth into the new. And you are now in the space of the Magician, your magic, your I am creative force. You're stepping into creating your new reality that is based on 9 of Cups, a goal, wish, dream that absolutely fits you now. You are stepping into the future version of you right now. The future version of you is evolving. And they're just showing me, what am I seeing here? They're showing me, it looks like a penny farthing. It looks like a bike with a huge wheel, and you're sitting on it and you're just rolling forward towards the new version of you. Come at it from a place of empowerment and power and passion and determination and magic, because you are the Magician and you can alchemize, and you are in the middle of that alchemy. This isn't the universe doing it for you and some miracle appearing. This is a natural flow of progression out of the old and into the new, in whatever way that looks like for you. So embrace your power. Embrace your magic and allow it to guide you. Okay, let's finish off with an angel card for my Scorpios, please. This is the Oracle of the Angels. I've got some new decks coming next week. Be nice to work with something new and fresh. All right, want both of those. Okay, so from the angels then, we have got health and positive intentions. Let me show you these cards. So the health card, number 9, we want to look at our health in every level. Emotional health, how do I feel? How's my moods? How's my stability emotionally, mentally, psychologically, energetically, spiritually, and physically? When we think of health, we tend to just think physical, but health is far more than that. If you're off emotionally, it will impact your physical health. If you're off mentally, psychologically, it will impact your physical health. So all of it, we're going to look at all of it. Does my life and world work in terms of my health? Is my body showing me something is out of balance? I'm exhausted, I'm stressed. What needs to change? Let it come up, the awareness, and let it come from a place of positive intention, not negativity. Positivity. Number 14 is a 5. 5s are about change and transformation, which is what this reading's about. It's also in this card about magic, because you'll see those are not horses in the background. They are unicorns, and unicorns are magical. So step into this place, my beautiful Scorpios, of enormous transformation, awakening, and happening right now. Okay? Let it be in any area of life. Let it just allow yourself to move into it and flow with it. Don't resist it, but you can direct it. You can focus it and allow. Okay? All right, my beautiful people, that is what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. If it was, do me an enormous favour. Hit that subscribe button. It's completely free, you know, and the little bell notification so you know when I post again. I'll be back soon with something for the collective and another reading for you in a few weeks' time. You take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.